This video will provide future StormFest event planners and station educators insight into what a day at StormFest looks like from the perspective of the event staff. This video can be used alongside the toolkit to show future educators an example of lesson implementation at the event. The video will begin by giving an outline of training day. This will be followed by a brief walkthrough of the event day setup, and will conclude with a deep dive into the lesson plan and workflow of each individual station. The StormFest training event focuses on providing station educators of all levels of experience in education and watershed science with the tools and materials needed to successfully teach their lesson to a diverse group of students.
So I'm Mary Eidman. I'm with the City of Burien, and we really appreciate you taking your time out to come get trained.
The training agenda includes a series of presentations covering inquiry-based education.
Also encourage them to come up with a question. When you regroup at the end of your session, have some students share their question. That will help you understand whether or not you might be explaining the material in a manner they understand, and also give the students the opportunity to answer other students' questions, right? We want them to be curious.
Experiential learning.
Learning by doing and reflecting upon your experience. So if you're going to be teaching your students something, ask them about it. Ask them to tell you what they learned, and then proceed.
Working with English language learners, also known as ELL.
They like typically to work in smaller groups, and they're a little more successful and a little more comfortable in a group of their peers.
Working with disabled students.
At the beginning of the session, you might want to greet the assistant that's with the disabled student and ask them, how can I best engage myself with your student?
How to engage students from a variety of backgrounds.
One important component is clearly defined roles and expectations.
How to deal with disruptive students.
So if you're teaching during a lesson and you notice that perhaps someone's becoming disengaged, maybe they're fiddling with their shoe, or they're wandering off, or they're starting to giggle and elbow with their friend, there are a lot of tactics that you can use.
How to deal with potentially gang-affiliated students.
For me, I think the importance of gang awareness training is that you're giving people that are touching those students the right information so they're not creating more harm. Treat people like humans and lean into relationships, and then we will see a change.
Station educators will split off into their different station teams to focus specifically on their lesson and learn how to implement their activity. Station managers introduce the station and then model it as if the educators are sixth graders. After that, station educators are given some time to practice with their partners. By the end of the training, station educators should be able to teach their lesson, tying it to the larger StormFest event to the sixth grade students, all with differing communication needs that will visit their station on event day.
I think probably the main thing I took away from the training was to treat the kids with respect and don't talk down to them, don't dumb it down for them.
One thing that I found really helpful about the training for today's StormFest was listening to Marcus, who came to speak with us about gangs. I was impressed with his techniques for how to interact with students, particularly in making sure that we are welcoming every child in the same manner and not giving sort of body language cues about caring more for one than another. And some of the group management techniques that he offered.